Hello, I'm Michelle with two L's.
And I'm Natalie the Red.
And we are Force of Light Entertainment. And today we are here to give you our review of the new movie Wuthering Heights, starring Margot Robbie and Jacob
Elordi.
I never say his name correct. The creature from Frankenstein.
Yeah.
But before we get in this, the way we do our reviews, for those of you who are new, we will give you our initial thought, then what we liked, what we didn't like, and then
what we hated.
and then rate this film. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this Wuthering Heights. For the record, neither one of us have read the book.
No,
but
yes, to be fair,
I have read enough, like just kind of overview from the book that I feel like. Actually, I'll get in that in just a second. I'll get in that. Okay, let's give initial thoughts. I walked out of the theater, and my initial thought was, what did I just watch? Natalie, what was your initial thought?
If I had to sum it up in one word, truly it's bored.
You were bored?
I was kind of bored at times. A lot of times.
It does have about 2 hour and 15-minute runtime. It did, I feel, overstay its welcome, in my personal opinion. But we'll get into that and things we did not like.
It wasn't the most boring, but yeah. We'll get into that.
Okay,
but it's kind of more like what's going on here?
Yeah, my question. What did we just watch?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into what we liked. I will go first. It's very quick. I thought the cinematography, I think the movie visually looked like it was filmed in a very pretty fashion. Like it is visually pretty, and then some of the color contrast they use was pretty. So I would go with that. And then Margot Robbie is a beautiful woman, and Jacob, how I say his last name? Yeah, is hot.
Elordi is a cutie.
That's
what Shell's trying to say.
But that's about it for my likes of this film. Natalie, what about you?
Yeah, I would say some of the same, and being the way it was shot at times. There were some really pretty shots, and some of the costumes, although not, certainly not historically accurate, and that's okay. It's not, it's a retelling or reimagining, and it's fictional. But I still thought they were really cool, and some of the home decor, even though it really looked like modern mixed with the 18, whatever they were in. So that was cool.
And I felt, you hit on something. I feel like they kind of do that a little, where it's almost like they're trying to put modern into a really old tale.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes for better or worse.
Right.
Whether it's the Charlie XCX soundtracked over it, I think that they were kind of mixing modern and that time.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm trying to think anything else to highlight.
You're like, Jacob's good looking.
Yeah, he's a really good looking dude, and Margot is a beautiful woman to look at as well. Just really trying to be fair here, you guys. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could name.
While she thinks, I'm going to move into what I did not like.
I'll bring it up if I think of something else later.
So into what I do not like, which is vastly more than what I liked. Okay, for starters, guys, this is a horrible Valentine movie. It is horrible. If you're wanting a love story,
I don't think it's the vibe.
I reviewed last week Dracula Love Tale. I preferred that so much more, and I think it's a better Valentine and even love story than this movie. This movie, it's kind of the same issue I had with, say, a Marty Supreme. I am getting tired of watching movies where the characters are so morally just
bankrupt
that like you don't cheer for anyone in this film. I mean, the guy she goes on to marry, he's a decent guy. I guess you could feel bad for him, but there's just really, but you don't spend as much time with him. The characters you spend time with, whether it's Margot Robbie's character, whether it's Jacob's character, whether it's her father, the maids,
nobody's particularly likable.
No.
Or just downright unlikable.
Yes. No one is likable in this film. To the point, I'm not going to actually spoil, but for those of you who have read the book, the ending. And I didn't care. I didn't care because the movie had
Is that how the book ends, though? Because I've heard that it's like, really, that's just a part of Wuthering Heights, is like their love story part. There's a lot more to the
Yeah.
book.
Yeah, but I mean it's faithful to her fate in it.
Okay, yeah.
But I didn't care because you have not earned any form of for me to feel a certain way by the end of this film, because even the lead and Margot Robbie's character Catherine, there are times she just says absolutely despicably mean things to people for no reason. Um it's just, again, everyone is so morally flawed. It's just not romantic. It's more lustful. Um, there's really, as Natalie's already said, that it's kind of boring throughout this film. I just did not enjoy this film. Literally,
It's lustful, but it's not even exciting lustful.
No, and this film is gross. Like, and by gross, I mean like it's just everyone's dirty. Everyone's like, it's just like, I really mean it's like hygienically gross.
Everyone needs to wash their feet.
Yes, like it's kind of nasty. And then also, as far as, people are here for this love story, it's really, to me, just kind of fetishy, kinky, weird. It's definitely not like, it's not like, oh gosh, it's so graphic. It's fetishy and weird.
And here's
it's weird.
This,
I didn't enjoy it, guys. Didn't like it.
And here's this like codependent, dysfunctional relationship.
Oh, that's very toxic. Very toxic.
If that's the love story of our time, that's not looking good for us as a society.
No, they are cruel to each other throughout this film. It is a highly toxic thing. Relationship. See, I'm having Heathcliff. I saw it last night. I'm having to look up his name.
It's just already being wiped away.
Heathcliff is downright cruel to someone in an attempt to get back at her. Again, like there's just no one in this film to root for. And Natalie pointed out to some of the maybe costumes, but I'm going to say a negative for me is also the sets. Literally the house that is the house Margot Robbie grows up in, it looks like literal plastic. Like you can see it. And it's just like, we just have seen something even better, say with a Frankenstein, how when you went inside all those sets, it felt so vibrant and real. And in this, it was just obvious. It was some crappy soundstage at times when they were at the house. When they're outside, it was better because you could tell it was real. But then there's just not a lot of characters in this story.
No.
And very few people in it. And the runtime just went too long for me. So I just was not a fan. Natalie, what did you not like?
Well, it just, it's already kind of evaporating from my mind as well.
Yeah, because again, there is zero substance to this film.
So yeah, I don't want to be a negative Nancy or
Natalie, I'll be
Natalie
negative
in this case. But yeah, no, I didn't love it. It's just I just think the plot wasn't that great. And I know it's from
there was barely a plot.
But right? Like there was barely a plot. And it's just and then like I said, it's not exactly like a heartwarming romance story. It's not a comedy, and it's not, I'm just saying it's just was not the most interesting movie I've ever seen.
No, it was not interesting. I felt it was style over substance.
Very much so.
They work very hard to get these very artsy shots. And yeah, it's a cool artsy shot, but I don't care because there's no substance in the story for me to grab hold of or to care about. And again, I get the feeling from what I've read, like about this novel that is beloved, is that there actually is a point to the novel. It is actually dealing with what kind of happens when people's lives are ran by greed and lust and, these things that are not good. And there is a point to it where at the end of this, I watched this and was like, what was the point?
Yeah, that's right.
What was something I was supposed to get from this film? Because I walked away and did not get it if it was there.
Like cool edits for TikTok, like because of the visuals, like I don't know. I think it was kind of like that kind of thing, like you said, but very much about the aesthetic.
Yeah. So I think when people leave, they might be like, "Oh, that's a cool aesthetic," but I just feel people are going to forget this film I forgot. I'm going to forget it by before the weekend. Like it just, again, there's nothing to stay with you or for you to take away with or to think about. It's just weird. It was just in not a
And it
pleasant
was,
way.
I know that's very vague, but it was just weird. Like
Yeah.
it was a sort of bizarre, and I get they were going for that in an attempt to be very artsy, but I just don't think it did maybe what they were wanting it to do. And if they were wanting it to be this, then I would question that writer and director, like whoever, did this for the set up this movie. But yeah, I don't think it hit the mark they were trying to.
Oh, I think it might have hit the mark the director maker was trying to hit. But I think it was just more fetishy and things she might be into. I don't know. But that's only she can let you know that. But yeah, so let's go ahead and rate Wuthering Heights. 5 being the max level of hoots, max level of enjoyment. I'm gonna give this generously a 2 out of 5 for my enjoyment. Natalie, what are you gonna give Wuthering Heights?
I was just thinking about the eggs in the movie. I don't know why that just came.
And
to
I'm gonna
me.
let you guys know a 2 is a failing grade. Okay, it's a fail.
It's below average, guys.
It's like a D. Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna give it 1.75 hoots.
Don't make me go to 1.5 to beat you
on a 1 to 5. I didn't love it, I can't, and this is not to be for me to sound sexist in any way to you fellas out there, but I don't think a lot of men would love this. But to be fair, I also don't really know that a ton of women would love this either. Do you think so?
Yeah, I don't think it's sexist to point out this movie was not made for men. Yeah, it was not.
Don't want to exclude you guys or mentally count you out, but I don't know that you're gonna love this one.
I think I don't know who's gonna love this one. I'm now questioning why it sits at a 66 on Rotten Tomatoes from critics.
We have questions here at Force of Light.
Yes, so that's our thoughts on Wuthering Heights. I do not recommend it this Valentine's.
In case you didn't pick up on that.
I will go back to last week. If you like gothic horror, and they're looking for a Valentine film, go see Dracula: A Love Tale. It is way better.
I still need to see it.
It's it's quirky and but in a fun way. There's different
quirky
routes.
Can be fun. Or it can be whatever Wuthering Heights was.
Yeah. Anyways, that's our thoughts on Wuthering Heights. What do you guys think of this film? Have you seen it? Have you read the book? Are you terrified to go see it? Share your thoughts below. And if you have not yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also give this video a thumbs up. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, remember to be a force of light. All right. Bye, guys.